All right, we're going to take a deep dive on Crawford, and I thought Crawford versus Gamboa would be a good place to start. This is round one.
This one. Here we go, round one. 135-pound championship of the world.
So right here, check out how Crawford's head is towards his lead foot while Gamboa's head is near his rear foot. Terrence is going to go ahead and snap off that jab. Gamboa looks to counter with his lead.
First jab.
Okay, so this is neat. They're both square, heads over their lead foot. Now, Gamboa's going to initiate with looking for his lead to the body, but let's hone in on Crawford. He's going to keep his weight on that lead foot, and he's going to look to down parry right here. Then he's going to counter out with his jab, and then he's going to double it up as Gamboa pushes off this lead foot to escape. Then Gamboa's going to fold out that jab.
Like Crawford.
Now, boy, I like this idea from Gamboa. Crawford's going to look to get Gamboa back with his lead to the body. And we just saw how Crawford defended it. He kept his weight on his lead foot. He did a rear hand down parry, and then he countered out with his lead. Now, check out how Gamboa handles it. He's going to use his lead hand down parry right here, and then he's going to roll out his jab on top. Think speed bag. Now, that was super slick. So right here now, Gamboa's going to get to this lead foot. He's going to throw his leaping throwaway hook and then follow up with a rear hand to the body. And then we have some movement.
We got the word that the attendance is 10,943, so they turned out en masse in this arena to see him.
All right, we have Gamboa with his lead hand extended. He's going to look for his lead to the body. But again, let's focus in on Terrence. Note the square shoulders. And as soon as that jab to the body comes, he's going to look to time Gamboa with this counter jab. Then they'll go ahead and get moving again.
That's about 1,000 more than saw Joe Frazier.
So Gamboa will jab as Terrence moves into his lead foot right here. Now, Terrence is going to go ahead and drop, come back with this rear cross, and then we're going to see Gamboa drop right here. And then I love this. Check out how Gamboa keeps this rear hand high.
Right, Ron Standard.
Right, Ron Standard.
For the heavyweight championship of the world some 42 years ago.
Okay, Gamboa's weight's on his rear foot. He's going to throw that jab to the body. And again, Terrence will have his rear hand down parry ready. And then we're going to see a couple feints on both sides. We're going to see it from Terrence and Gamboa.
Crawford, of course, in the black trunks. Cuban fighter Yuriorkis Gamboa living in Miami, wearing the colors of the Cuban flag.
Now, this is cool. On the first beat, Gamboa's going to push off his rear foot and throw a lead hook, while Terrence is posted over his lead foot, and he's going to time him coming in with this lead uppercut. Now, right here, Terrence gets stuck on his lead foot for the second beat. And a quick note, you tend to get stuck on your lead foot if you connect with your opponent when throwing that lead uppercut. So Gamboa on the second beat is going to follow up with a rear cross. Now Gamboa has an extended lead hand right here. He's going to fold out a jab. Then he's going to extend out that lead hand one more time and fold out another jab.
Crawford's jab has caught Gamboa off balance as Gamboa was getting ready to load up a shot.
All right, similar setup as before. Crawford's posted over his lead foot. Gamboa's going to initiate with this lead hook, but this time Crawford's going to choose a counter jab. Then we'll get some movement.
Gamboa is showing already that he knows he's going to have.
So Gamboa's going to get to this lead foot and throw out a jab as Crawford pulls. And one thing to mention, notice how Terrence pulls square and not bladed. We'll see if that's something that he potentially does as we break down this fight.
To take some chances that he's just not going to be able to out.
Okay, check out Gamboa's rear hand. He's ready to interact with Terrence's lead hand. Now, we're going to see Terrence jab, and we're going to see Gamboa catch it with his rear hand, and then look to counter with his lead. Then he's going to look for the same thing right here, and then Crawford's going to jab. And check out this rear hand parry by Gamboa. Then Gamboa is going to go ahead and fold out a jab right there.
Box Crawford from outside.
Now Crawford and Gamboa are posted up over their lead foot. Crawford's going to go ahead and jab. I'm going to see Gamboa pull right here. Then Gamboa is going to look high with his jab and then go to the body. And check out this rear hand down parry by Crawford.
Outside, this is the kitchen for it.
Okay, Gamboa is going to get to this lead foot, throw a throwaway leaping hook, following up with a rear cross to the body as Crawford looks for his lead counter. Crawford will pendulum back into range, and then we'll have some feints.
Terrence Crawford, he can stay out here all night and outbox him with that height and reach advantage.
And he's plenty content doing so. He spoke about that during.
All right, we have Gamboa showing high. He's going to push off this rear foot and go to the body. And check out this rear hand down parry by Crawford. Then he's going to go ahead and look to counter out with his jab. Then we have a little bit of movement.
In the week, if I need to make sure I use my reach, my jab, and take advantage of my size.
So this is interesting. Gamboa's going to leap off this lead foot, throw in his leaping hook, follow up, and catch Crawford with a rear cross, then throw another lead hook. But what I want to hone in on is Crawford and what he was attempting on this first beat. Right here, I believe he was looking for his rear overhand. Now, it doesn't pay off, and then we're going to see Gamboa catch him with that rear cross and then throw another lead hook. Then back to moving, and we're going to go ahead and see some feints from both sides.
And I'm perfectly comfortable fighting around the outside.
But Gamboa's quick-handedness is evident from here. You know, sometimes when a fighter...
Okay, we're going to see Crawford feint his lead, and Gamboa's looking to catch and also move to this lead foot. Now, what's neat is Crawford now is going to go ahead and attack Gamboa on that lead foot. We're going to see Gamboa pull right here, and then he's going to drop in case the rear cross from Crawford should come. Then they're going to move and reset.
Like Crawford is usually the fastest guy in the ring. Quick.
Now Gamboa is showing high, and then he's going to go low, and we're going to see Terrence pull right here and check out the square shoulders. And then we're going to see some more feints.
This guy, and he comes up against somebody as quick as him, maybe quicker.
All right, I like this from Gamboa. We've been seeing him use his lead hand high and then use that lead hand to go to the body. But this time, he's going to go ahead and push off this rear foot, keeping this lead hand high. And once this lead foot lands, he's going to throw his rear cross to the body as Terrence looks for his lead hand counter. Then Crawford's going to go ahead and pendulum back into range, some feints, and again, more movement.
It changes the equation.
Two minutes gone in round one.
So Crawford's head's over his lead foot, his shoulders are square. He's going to feint this first jab and then commit on the second as Gamboa shifts his head over his lead foot. Now, check this out. Gamboa's going to go ahead and feint this jab, and notice Crawford's counter right here. He was looking for his overhand right. I like that idea from Crawford.
Much has landed. Not much difference between the two fighters.
Okay, Crawford and Gamboa are square. Heads are over their lead foot. Gamboa is going to look to go to the body as Crawford looks for his lead counter.
That is so far.
Now again, Crawford and Gamboa are square. Heads are over their lead foot. Crawford's going to look to get him back. He's going to go ahead and feint high, then go to the body. Little pendulum step by Crawford.
If I had to guess, I'd say that Crawford has landed more blows than has Gamboa.
All right, Gamboa's going to change it up again. He has this lead hand high. Now, it looks like Crawford's going to be looking for his overhand right in the sequence, but Gamboa's going to beat him on that first beat with a rear straight to the body. And then Crawford's going to go ahead and pendulum back into range.
And as Larry said...
So Gamboa's going to leap off this lead foot, flash his lead hand, and then come with a rear cross to the body. And then we're going to see more moving and more feints.
I expect soon he's going to have to take some risks because he's not going to be able to box this guy.
Okay, Crawford will jab as Gamboa drops. while he's looking for that lead to the body, Terrence is going to follow up with a rear cross as Gamboa pulls. Then they're going to go ahead and move and reset.
Like this, from this position all night. And Christina, who spent some time with Terrence this week.
Now Gamboa is going to push off this rear foot, looking for his jab to the body as Crawford pulls. And again, note Crawford pulls back square. It could be Crawford likes to pull back square so he could use this lead hand counter. We'll see as we get deeper into this fight. So Crawford's going to go ahead and jab as Gamboa pulls. Then we're going to see him drop. And then Crawford's going to attack again, and we're going to see Gamboa move to his lead foot. Then weave to his rear foot as Crawford looks for that hook.
In spite of the crowd and the reaction that Crawford has, he's perfectly comfortable in doing exactly what he.
All right, Gamboa's going to feint high, then commit to the body, and check out Crawford's rear hand down parry. And what's so interesting is we're going to see Crawford look to get him back. He's going to go ahead and feint high, then commit to the body. And check out how Gamboa looks to defend it. He chose a lead hand down parry instead of a rear hand down parry. Then we're going to get some more feints and, of course, more movement.
Good hard jab by Crawford.
Almost buckled the legs of Gamboa.
I think Gamboa got a little surprised by the pop in that hand.
Crawford
So Gamboa's going to get his weight to his rear foot, push off that rear foot, and then shoot the jab to the body and connect. Now, Crawford's looking for his rear hand counter. Then he's going to leap off this lead foot for a leaping hook. Then we'll see some more movement.
calm all week long, such a calm demeanor. And I don't think this crowd will get to him in that sense. I think he'll be very under control all night long.
Okay, Crawford will jab as Gamboa pulls. Then Gamboa is going to go ahead and drop as Crawford looks for his rear hand. Now, Gamboa is going to push off this rear foot, looking for his hook, rear cross. And then that will do it for round one.
Exactly what he needs to do.
Good right hand on the inside by Crawford.